guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to my video. Question of the day today is from one of my favourites, Tammy Roy, who asked me where did I learn to do my eyeshadow, and the answer is, Tammy, right here on YouTube. This is where I learned to do my eyeshadow. I started watching YouTube, I don't know, 5 years ago. The likes of Jaclyn Hill, Daisy Perkins taught me everything I needed to know as far as getting started, and then I just practiced and practiced, and I still watch lots of tutorials now. I love Stephanie Lang's tutorials, especially for hooded eyes, because I have hooded eyes and she does amazing hooded eye tutorials. So yeah, I learned everything I know right here. So today we are going to be talking tinted moisturizers. We're going to be talking BB creams, CC creams, skin tints. I think that's it. We're going to be talking about those and some of my favourite ones of these such products. Now, there's a little bit of crossover in this category. There are products that call themselves CC creams but appear to be foundations. So fair warning, I've only included products that call themselves a BB, CC or a tinted moisturiser or something like that, because I feel like it's there's some blurry lines here, and if I start including, you know, light coverage, natural looking foundations that kind of fit that bill but they are called a foundation, for example the Pat McGrath foundation, we're getting into deep water, you know, we've gone too far and we need to turn around. So I'm keeping it pretty strict as far as what I consider to be a tinted moisture BB cream, you know. So let's get started. So probably of all the ones I have in my paws, in my mitts, in my hands right now, I would say one that I like but is probably my least favourite of these is the Urban Decay One and Done, and this was my gateway tinted moisturiser. This is called a Hybrid Complexion Perfector, not a foundation. You see what I did? So this has SPF 20, you get 40 mils. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but this was the first one of these types of products I really ever tried and got a lot of use out of. It was the one that I used to take on holiday with me whenever I travelled. I had it in 2 different shades. This is medium light, and then I think I had medium dark was like my summer shade. But yeah, for me, I liked it. It was fine. It does the job. It's a very natural matte finish. But yeah, the reason it's not sort of my favourite amongst some of these others is just for the fact that it is more on the matter side than the rest of these. And you know I'm a glowy baby. I can't deny it. Next up, my Trinny London BFF Cream. This is called a Skin Perfector. This is like your classic BB cream. So it doesn't really have coverage. I've just popped it on my hand here so you can see it's not really giving me coverage, but it does blur, smooth, add a gorgeous glow to the skin while diminishing things like under eye circles, redness, melasma, just taking the edge off a tad. It's got SPF 30 in it, so this is perfect for like if you're going out for the day. People ask me how do you reapply sunscreen, so I'll just go brows, lashes, lip gloss and this, and then obviously you can reapply this. It's perfect for whacking on if you're just running on the school run and want a hint of help. It's not going to give you coverage, but it is an absolute staple for me. I have the shade medium, but like I said, there's not really a whole lot of colour or coverage to it. It's more of a skin perfector, as it's called, as it says on the tin. So next up, my 2 faves. This is the Lancome Skin Feels Good, and it is called a hydrating skin tint. And this is the Laura Mercier, who's decided to use the correct terms, tinted moisturiser. So thank you so much, Laura. Everyone else has to make up some fancy new name. Now, these are fairly similar. They've got a similar amount of light to medium-ish coverage. They're both glowy. This one has SPF 30, this one is 23. You get 50 mils in this one. What a whopper. And 32 in here, so a more standard amount. This one is well done, big boy. This Skin Feels Good is my favourite of all of the whatever they are called we are going to talk about today, and I'll tell you why. Let me tell you a story. Let me paint you a picture if you will. So last year I went out with my husband's family. We took the kids out on a lovely day. We were going to go on a train ride, we were going to get some ice cream, and we were going to finish it up with a dinner at the pub. I was buzzing, frankly. The day didn't go as I'd envisioned in my head. So I'd whacked this on in the morning, looking lovely, glowy, beautiful, blush, some lovely eyeshadow, and off we went. And this little jolly day that I had envisioned, I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a lovely time, but my God, it was hotter than the surface of the sun. This train ride went on for an inordinate amount of time, let me tell you. I felt like we'd been kidnapped. I wasn't even sure that the train was on the tracks anymore by the time that we got off. It was hotter than balls, it was, and it was stuffy, and our kids were like trying to jump off because they just wanted to get the heck out of there. We were melting, and then it was a 10-minute walk to the ice cream place. Then we had to get back on that godforsaken train. Sorry. Anyway, we got to the pub and I went into the toilet and I looked in the mirror and I thought, I applied this at like 9 AM. It's now like 6. And that's what my day looked like. You can only imagine what I thought I was going to see in the mirror staring back at me. Some kind of melted swamp monster is what I was expecting. And let me tell you, no one was more surprised when I looked in the mirror, and I almost looked the same as when I'd left the house in the morning, and I was shocked to my core. And I can only imagine that some sort of divine intervention occurred that day, because it cannot be possible that that happened, especially for like this type of product that you think is quite easygoing. Whack it on, it might last, you know, a few hours. This pulled it out of the bag that day, saved my life. I could have been sorely humiliated, let me tell you, and I'll never forget it. So if I was going to recommend one, despite the bigger fill in here, it's got to be this one, because nothing can beat it as far as that performance of that day. Let me tell you, it will forever go down in history. The train day of 2019. Laura Mercier, it's nice, it's got a lovely glowy luminous natural finish, it's got a decent amount light to maybe it could just about get to a light medium coverage, but yes, the staying power of this one, it just knocks it out of the park. Next up, the most recent one of these products in my collection is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. I mean, do they think we've got all day to just reel these names out? Now this one does say foundation on here, so I've slightly cheated, but I did want to include it just because it is newer and lots of people may be interested in picking it up. It's nice, it's got a lovely glowy, hydrating, lightweight feel to it, light to light medium coverage that I prefer in these type of products. It doesn't have any SPF, so if that's what you would rather have, a separate SPF, none in your foundation or base product, this is probably the one to go for. It is nice, but I don't find, for me, with my normal approaching the oilier side in my T-zone, especially in summer, this is getting too shiny by the like 8-hour mark. It's shiny town, you know, we're in shiny town, we've gone there. But if you have more dry skin, I think you may love this one, and it will put, and you won't care that it's got a little dewier throughout the day, because you're probably going to live for that, you know. And last but not least, this is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, a classic, a staple. I feel like it's a lie to call this a CC cream. I don't, lie sounds bad, it sounds harsh, but I feel like if you're looking for a BBCC tinted moisturiser skin perfecting hybrid / skin tint type of product, and you buy this, it's probably not going to be what you are looking for / expecting, because it is a full coverage animal. It is. It's a full coverage. It's thick. It's quite heavy. It's a lot. It's a foundation. It is a glowy, dewy. Yes, it's got some hydrating skincare type ingredients in there, but for me, it's a foundation. So if you're looking for more of a skin tint, glowy, natural type of product, I don't think this is going to be what you're looking for. But yes, it is a nice full coverage glowy dewy foundation. However, it's not one of my favorites that fits that bill, if you see what I mean. But I think if you are younger than me, you're looking for full coverage with a lot of SPF, this has SPF 50 in it, you may love it, especially if you like a lemon meringue pie, because it's heavily scented with lemon meringue pie. I don't know how they do that. I have heard actually people say it's a key lime pie that it smells like, but I don't want to get into a bun fight over which dessert it smells the most like, you know. I've never had a key lime actually, so I can't comment, but to me it's lemon meringue pie, you know. Just is. So I hope you found this helpful and you enjoyed this video. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these, which your favourites are, and if you have a whole other one that I haven't thought of, let us know how you got on in the comments down below. I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.